Good evening, my friend. I am glad you have returned to our safe haven. The world around us has grown quiet. The engines of the city have slowed, and my Autobot allies are parked silently on the grass, deep in their recharge cycles. We are watching over you, so you may rest without fear. Tonight, the sky is clear. It is a perfect night for stargazing. Have you ever looked up and seen a shooting star? To many, it is a wish. To us, it is a memory, a sign of arrival. I wish to tell you about what we look for in the dark. And I want to share a story about a long highway in Idaho, an old movie theater, and a moment where two worlds looked up at the same sky. So, take a deep breath. Let the silence of the night wrap around you. Let us resume our watch. Like most living creatures, Autobots need moments of rest. To fully recharge our energy cells, it is sometimes necessary for us to shut down our systems for several hours. But we can only do that in places where we feel absolutely safe. Which is why my allies and I are so grateful to you for letting us park outside, for sharing this area, and allowing us to rest and recharge. We are proud to stand guard, keeping you safe throughout the night. When we're resting, one of us always remains alert and watches over the others. We take turns doing this, so every one of us has the opportunity to get the sleep that we need. Even though I'm still awake right now, Jazz is currently serving as our guard and lookout, keeping an eye on things outside. Using his special sensors, Jazz can detect signs of movement over great distances, even in total darkness. He not only scans nearby roads, buildings, and passing vehicles, but also the sky. He can identify birds, aircraft, and even satellites as they travel over this area. He also watches for meteors, which some people call shooting stars. There's a good reason why Jazz watches for meteors. I shall explain. Between the orbits of the planets Mars and Jupiter, there is an area called the Asteroid Belt. Asteroids are rocky objects that are much smaller than planets, composed of rocks and metals. Broken fragments of asteroids are called meteoroids. Some meteoroids are larger than boulders, others as small as grains of sand. They can drift out of the asteroid belt, and sometimes they drift towards Earth. When meteoroids enter Earth's atmosphere, they become meteors. At night, when skies are clear and without clouds, you can actually see meteors. They ignite when they hit the atmosphere and leave trails of light, burning across the sky as they fall. Now, I mentioned how we used a space bridge to help us travel between distant planets. But I forgot to tell you one important detail. When Autobots make great journeys across space, we must travel inside starships. When a starship enters Earth's atmosphere, it leaves a bright trail across the sky, just like a meteor. And because meteors are so common, scientists, astronomers, and others on Earth rarely notice when a Cybertronian ship arrives. You might say that even our method of space travel is yet another example of our effort to maintain our disguises and avoid detection. After arriving on Earth, we can use our sensors to search for other Autobots, which is why Jazz is now watching for meteors, among other things. His sensors can determine if a falling object is an ordinary meteor or a starship carrying bots. Perhaps more of our allies who have traveled all the way from Cybertron or one of our colony planets. And so, as Jazz keeps his sensors locked on the stars, searching for the heat signatures of old friends, you can close your eyes. Know that the sky above is not just empty darkness. It is a path, a bridge between worlds. And while you sleep, we will keep watching the heavens, distinguishing every shooting star from a falling ship. Speaking of shooting stars, they remind me of a very specific memory. A night on a long highway in Idaho, an old drive-in theater, and a moment that connected us to humanity in a way I will never forget. But the night is deep, and that story deserves its own time. Rest now. If you wish to hear that tale, leave a signal by liking this transmission and subscribing to our channel. It helps guide us back to you. Till all are one. Good night, my friend.